And then I wake up on the floor in the kitchen like, He goes, old enough to talk to me like a man, old enough to get your ass beat like one.
Rick Harrison built a car empire worth millions with more than 30 classic vehicles, including his treasured 1940 Chevy Deluxe and several rare machines, but everything began to change when huge bills piled up as $65,000 in monthly alimony, followed by lawsuits from his own mother for $500,000, and rising legal fees crushed his income. And by 2025, Rick started acting differently around his cars, turning down a $100,000 Ferrari and giving low offers on vehicles he once bought quickly because something was happening behind the shiny Pawn Stars image. And it all leads back to when Rick was 8 years old in San Diego in 1973, when his head buzzed painfully, his tongue tore, and he could not walk as doctors found he had focal onset aware seizures, which attacked him every month for 10 years and left him stuck in bed with ice packs on his legs while other kids played outside. And Rick stayed home reading books like The Great Brain, which made him love history coins and stories of smart kids winning in tough situations, and by age 12 he studied ancient coins and naval battles. Alone in his room while facing bullies at school who mocked him for missing classes, and for his twitching episodes, which taught him to stay quiet, watch people closely, and read fear and intentions in their faces. And when his father lost $1 million in the 1981 recession, the Harrisons were left with only $5,000 and moved to Las Vegas hoping for a new start. By then, Rick had already dropped out of school after earning $2,000 a week selling fake Gucci bags, buying them for $30 and selling for $300 until that market collapsed, and soon after his girlfriend, Kim, became pregnant. Then suffered a miscarriage, though they married and later had Corey in 1983 and Adam in 1985, but pressure destroyed the marriage, leaving Rick as a 20-year-old single father, pawning his comic books to buy food as he flipped cars, sold bootleg VHS tapes, and did risky street hustles that taught him how to read lies and value, which later made him a master of deals. His passion for coins grew after buying a Civil War-era coin at age 12 and studying it for hours. And though he lost his sister, Sherry, at a very young age, which created deep silence in the family, Rick learned early that life can disappear suddenly, so he focused on survival. And when the family opened a tiny coin shop in Las Vegas, he watched gamblers pawn wedding rings for gas money, while he repossessed cars at night in dangerous areas until he wanted a pawn license. But the city allowed only one per 50,000 people, so he called the city statistician every week for 2 years, until in 1989 he finally qualified and won a long legal fight costing $15,000 and opened America's first 24-hour pawn shop, where he dealt with mob-connected customers, stolen Rolexes, and violent moments while learning the real meaning of risk. He once bought a rare 1930s slot machine after borrowing almost all the store's money and sold it for a huge profit, which saved the business, and he continued landing powerful deals, including a Confederate sword bought for $15,000 and sold for $75,000. His personal life stayed messy, with early marriages, divorce, no prenups, and mounting financial pressure while he worked long hours and became co-owner by 1989, helping the business grow to $3 million in yearly loans and $700,000 in interest. And during the dot-com crash, he survived by focusing on sports memorabilia and authentic items like Muhammad Ali gear. Pawn Stars premiered in 2009 and changed everything, bringing 500,000 viewers weekly and turning the pawn shop into a global tourist spot. While Rick earned up to $100,000 per episode, but fame also brought trouble, including stolen collections, dangerous items like O.J. Simpson's Bronco, and growing tension inside the family, especially in 2021, when Rick's mother sued him, claiming he tricked her out of ownership and hid $500,000 in silver, which exposed painful family cracks. Yet Rick continued collecting rare pieces like samurai swords, Patriot Super Bowl rings, and NASA engines, and even faced a major IRS audit when unreported silver was found in a trust, forcing him to pay heavy fines to keep filming. And after the old man died in 2018, leaving most of his estate to Joanne and Rick, the family fought again as lawsuits from 2022 accused Rick of hiding assets, while Rick also faced heartbreak from Chumley's arrest and falling viewership. Then tragedy struck in 2024 when his oldest son, Adam, died at 39 from fentanyl and meth toxicity, and Rick spoke about the pain of addiction and how he thought about Adam every day while still pushing forward as he raised awareness for epilepsy. Remembering his own childhood seizures, in 2025, Rick found new hope when he proposed to nurse Angie Poloskin. During a trip to Chile, after she supported him during his darkest months, and even though fake online rumors claimed, Rick was sentenced to life in prison, he laughed them off with proof he was still working and building his brand. Today, in 2025, Rick's net worth is around $12 million with income from TV, real estate, the pawn shop, and his podcast pawn. After dark, while he continues collecting classic cars and denies rumors that he is selling them out of desperation, insisting he is simply making smart business choices as he keeps authenticating rare coins, NASA equipment, and historic items while planning international expansion of his brand by 2026, proving that no matter the lawsuits, losses, injuries, heartbreak, and family battles, Rick Harrison still stands strong behind the counter where he built his life. And if you enjoyed this powerful journey, make sure you subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon so you never miss a new story.